Don't pursue enlightenment. You cannot pursue enlightenment. How can you pursue something that you do not know? If you pursue something, you will pursue only what you know. What is the point pursuing something that you already know?
At this point of history, Jaggi Vasudev didn't know what enlightenment is. The Vedic systems define enlightenment as being omnipotent, omnipresent, etc. It is well described in Srimad Bhagavatam and also in Shaiva teachings. And it is not only there, but in the entirety of teachings of India, inclusive of Buddhism. Jaggi Vasudev is only talking from pulp fiction ideas on enlightenment. These are just fictions of the colonial mind. Jaggi Vasudev's ideas of enlightenment are not substantiated anywhere and therefore are incorrect. This is because Jaggi Vasudev lacks language skills, i.e. Sanskrit, Tamil, Hindi, and he is not able to access correct information. Therefore, he is talking the enlightenment of the pulp fictions of the colonial times.
So if you have to step into something that you do not know, the only thing is just to keep walking. Keep a steady direction and keep walking. Maybe it's a wrong direction, it doesn't matter. Just keep walking. After all, planet is round.
Wrong direction cannot lead you anywhere. Planet is round, but karma is not round. If you are walking in the wrong direction, you accumulate wrong karma. If you are walking in the right direction, you will reach the divine.
If you have a dog at home, you would know this. If you just tickle him in the tail, he will go shh, chasing his own tail. Okay, a lot of people are doing that. Their own tail they're chasing. Even enlightenment is their own tail.
My Guru, Bhagavan Shri Shanmukha, also known as Palani Swami, taught me that enlightenment is transcendence. Jaggi Vasudev is confused with psychological processes as enlightenment. Jaggi Vasudev does not know the distinction. Jaggi Vasudev clearly shows that he did not understand the idea of enlightenment at this point. And his ideas of enlightenment come from pulp fiction enlightenment ideas of Madame Blavatsky and Charles Ledbetter. Therefore, Jaggi Vasudev is not being able to differentiate an enlightenment or samadhi from the karmic dimensions.
If you become an absolutely, that means unconditionally wonderful human being, you don't worry whether you're enlightened or not. Other people will, if they want, they will say, oh, he is enlightened compared to me. Everybody is calling somebody enlightened compared to themselves. Look at me how I am, look at him how he is, he must be enlightened.
Again, Jaggi Vasudev does not seem to understand that what he is talking about, it is just a psychological process, and this has nothing to do with enlightenment. India has a culture of doing right things and not getting implicated in the laws of karma. Enlightenment is transcending karma.
But there is no one benchmark out there, this is enlightenment.
The law of karma is the absolute benchmark for India. This has been taken up and described very well in Buddhism in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the Sermon on Enlightenment, i.e. the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Right view, right intention, right speech, etc. explain this very clearly. This and the Vedic versions of this is observed very well by all in India.
By then, in about 6 weeks' time, my gait changed without any effort, the way I walk. My voice changed. The shape of my eyes changed. People around me could see something fundamental was changing within me. What happened within me I can never articulate. Simply lifetimes of memory descended on me with such a weight, kind of it left me, to come to terms with that.
These ideas of enlightenment are not accepted by any spiritual school. All these descriptions are coming from the pulp fictions of the colonial times. In pursuit of this concept of enlightenment, the Theosophists were looking for miracles, and they came to India. Anything to do with the illusions that the body manifests, India does not recognize. The experience that Jaggi is talking about is a projection of just the bodily experiences that Jaggi mistook for his enlightenment.
Yogi Sunira made a prophecy that long time from now, long time from now, this work that I have started will find fulfillment and reverberate, not here, but in the green hills of the south. Many yogis tried to continue to work on the same half-made project of Sunira, which in the last century, it came to social knowledge because the Theosophists worked on it. Annie Besant, Leadbeater and Madame Blavatsky.
That was the colonial era of coming to terms with the idea of enlightenment. Theosophists were looking for people who can walk on water, people who can levitate, people who can exhibit teleportation and override the laws of gravity. As they couldn't find anybody to support these ideas, Theosophists started looking at Indic texts through informants in Adyar, in today's Chennai. Eventually, Theosophists gave up on these ideas and they were pretending to be having these miracles as powers themselves. And therefore, Theosophists professed to have paranormal abilities. This, to Theosophists, is enlightenment. This is called the colonial idea of enlightenment. Pulp fiction ideas of enlightenment, which originated from the colonial era, claim the paranormal. Nowhere in the Indian culture this is a claim. In fact, nowhere in the Western culture is there such a claim. Furthermore, today, after Einstein's views, we can clearly see this as a concept emerging from the limited colonial science of that era. Such enlightenment is a laughable equation of that time. Madame Blavatskaya's claims are reflective of this colonial science, which is dead after Einstein. Jaggi's views on enlightenment are stemming from the pulp fictions of the colonial times of Madame Blavatskaya. It has nothing to do with traditional views on enlightenment, and it is not accepted by any of the spiritual schools of India and the West.
This started happening to me, and once I just sat down, and in my experience it's felt like 15-20 minutes, but actually I sat down for 13 full days. I neither ate, nor slept, nor used the toilet for these 13 days. I simply sat down. Actually, in my experience, I thought it was only 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
Jaggi's claims to have profound knowledge on any subject without studying and learning are just claims. Jaggi makes big blunders when he talks on spiritualism. That simply shows he does not understand what he is talking about.
I think many times I have said, Dhyanalinga has all the necessary ingredients. It has the energy body of a perfect being. In theory, we can give him a physical body. In theory, it is possible we can add flesh and blood to him and make him stand up and walk. But if he does that, he will no more be a perfect being.
At these times, Jaggi is just talking about pulp fiction enlightenment. It happened before Jaggi Vasudev appropriated the works of Bhagavan Shri Shanmukha, also known as Palani Swami. Enlightenment means dropping the karmic experiences by connecting with the divine. It has nothing to do with the pulp fiction drama that Jaggi Vasudev is presenting as his own enlightenment.